Okay, we are out on the boat. First time in a while. Had a few mechanical issues to work through, but things seem to be working good. We are out on the flats, and the trout bite is definitely back. We are getting hit every single cast. Right now we're using some shrimp, and every single cast, shrimp on a jig, we're getting hit. Oop, missed him. And so far the ones we've caught have been on the smaller side, but we're hoping to see a few bigger ones show up. Okay, next cast, literally every cast we're getting tapped. So it's just a matter of getting these guys on the hook. They've been in 12-inch range, so not the biggest trout, but trout nonetheless. Oh. And the water's still a little murky, but we can see the little patches of grass out there. So we're focusing on these grass patches, and that's where the fish have been. And so far they're doing the old sheep's head trick of just pulling against that hook, trying to get that shrimp off. So once they start running with it, they've got it in their mouth. That's kind of the trick. You just start reeling tight on them, and hopefully you get them. And that guy may have got my bait. Yeah, they're being pesky, so chomped it in half. We've also got some cut baits, so we'll probably throw some of that out shortly as well on another rod to test that. And they'll be a little less able to rip that off so easy. So we'll keep trying. Okay, this could be a mackerel. We've got a feeding frenzy just kind of kicked off here. And we both got fish on. Or they could be jacks. Yeah, I was going to say, they could be jacks. Yeah. Oop, don't tangle each other. Yeah, it's a school of jacks, Jack Crevelle's. They're good fighters, fun to catch, and they're all over out here. They just moved in and they're going to town. Okay, bring that guy up. Okay, let's go. Hold on. Okay, 2 jacks. We may keep them for bait. Well, we may do a catch and cook. We'll talk about that a little later. Okay, we got another jack, and we got a seagull that wants him, and I think I had one too. Okay, let's let that gull get out of here before I... Huh? Okay, we got another jack. They're all about the same size. Decent size jack. They're good fighting fish. Definitely maligned as a fish, but they're a great fighter. Not really the best eater from what we're told, but yet I've seen a few people do catch and cook on them, and they say they're surprisingly edible. So we're going to try one and see how that goes. So let's get back out. Another fish. Is that a bigger jack? Okay, I'm going to have to set my rod down. Oh wow, pompano.
Got him?
Get him, everybody. That's a nice fish. It's a pompano. Another fish. Oh! Oh! Lost them both sides, and looks like we got another one in the front. That last pompano was 16 inches. Nice size. Walk him up here so he doesn't get to the anchor line. Nice if it was another one of those. Oh, really?
Oh, man.
Biggest catfish I've seen out here. Okay, let's get him out of here. Another fish. Looks like another trout, possibly. Yep. 12-inch trout or so, 11-inch. Self-release on him. Another jack. Okay, went to a paddle tail here because they were just tearing our shrimp off, and I just wanted to see. First cast on the paddle tail. Oh, why? It's a nice trout. It's a decent sized trout. He may keep. It's a beautiful trout. Okay, so that trout was about 15 3/4. So he's in slot. Those guys have got to be 15 and not more than 19, but you can keep one bigger one. So let's see if we can get another one on the paddle tail. But it's nice to see that those guys are back up here on the flats. Really, so far, a mixed bag. We've had pompano, trout, jacks, and of course your usual catfish. Okay, and I'm getting slashed again. So, all right, we're gonna keep trying. I'm using a Z-Man paddle tail. Another fish up front. Nope. Okay, so my partner is running the shrimp live bait. I'm going to stick with this paddle tail because I wouldn't mind seeing if there's any more of those bigger trout out there, or slot trout. Okay, another trout. This guy's a little smaller. He's just under slot, it looks like. Okay, another fish. Oh, he spit it. Oh, no, he didn't. It's a smaller trout. And my hands are still slimy from the last guy. Didn't get a chance to wipe him, so I can hold still. Don't want you to put that hook in me. Come on, bud. There we go. Okay, my hands are still slimy, so no problems handling him. And this time I'm going to clean him up. The tide is starting to kind of move. We had a high tide around 10:15 or so this morning. It's going to be flushing out until about 3, and you can definitely see the debris on the water is just rolling along. So these fish are active up here because they're just posting up, and I think this tidal flush is just kind of moving the bait fish along, and they're ambush feeding them in these grass flats. So far it's been good. Been out here for about an hour, and we've had slot trout, one just a half-inch under slot, a bunch of smaller trout, a nice keeper pompano, and a bunch of jacks. So mixed bag. Not bad for 1 hour. So it's good to be back out on the boat. And we were debating about, oh, there we go. Oh, missed him. We were debating about trying out here versus hitting the mangroves and maybe looking for some reds, but haven't been out on the water for a while in the boat, so we figured we'd get out in the bay. And a good choice, lots of action so far. So let's see how it continues. Okay, this guy's a bigger one too. Oh, he's flying. Don't tell me that. Yeah, it's a ladyfish. Okay, add to the mixed bag. First I thought it was a larger trout, but then once he started doing his acrobatics, ladyfish. So add that to the bucket list of fish for today. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I got too complacent. That was looked like another slot-sized trout from here, and last minute he shook. The tide is really ripping what we're doing here. Oh, there we are. Oh, another one. Every cast we're getting hit, and what we're doing is working our baits back with the tide for a natural presentation. Another trout. Looks like he's going to be just under slot, but nice fish. Beautiful coloring on these guys, and it's nice to see them back. So, wet my hand. Don't like to handle them without a slimy hand or a wet hand. They do have that protective slime coat on them. Come on, there you go. And sorry for that camera in the boat view. So yeah, it's so far it's been pretty good out here. We're really just about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes into things here, and we've got at least a few more hours. So we're casting upwind and up tide, and there we are. Another hit. That's another trout. It's every cast. We're just working these baits across the tops of these. Oh, he could be close. He could be close. Okay, he looks like he's going to be just under, but we'll measure him. So, yeah, nice to be back out in the water for sure. Beautiful looking fish. Check him out. That guy was 14 and a half, but my line is getting a little bit abraded here, so I'm going to do a bit of retying. I got 2 rods here that I need to retie, so we'll keep casting and we'll tie up some. Oh, there we go again. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to hook a big one on that frayed line and lose them, but definitely the approach today. You get one more cast in. Like I was saying, we're casting and then we're retrieving with the tide and the wind, so we've got the double whammy of movement with the, oh, it's a bigger one. Double whammy of movement with the water, moving these fish, bait fish. It's another trout, and he's, fortunately I think he's going to be another 14 and a half inch fish. So, okay, let's get him off. But one after another, these guys, and nice not having to use the live bait. Fluffy teeth on those guys, those fangs that they have. Beautiful yellow mouth. It is literally fish on every cast right now. And just another undersized trout, just gonna be 14 inches. Okay, and they are feisty. Come on, buddy, don't hurt yourself. Okay, that could be another keeper trout. Get in there, buddy. Yeah, I think he'll keep. Wow, that tidal movement is really doing the trick. Go for another cast. My bad. Come on. I know. It's no fun. He is 16 and a half. Drink. Other fish. trout just under slot. And yeah, he's gonna be real close. Okay, another fish, another trout, and he's gonna be close. Okay, he's gonna be close. Okay, so we are in the same spot we started in, and it's been a non-stop flurry of fish for literally an hour and a half. And we've gone to casting these paddle tails over the live shrimp because the fish were just hitting them so quickly. They were ripping the shrimp off, and now we see why, because they're just nailing these paddle tails, but we're able to hold on to most of the fish. So there we go, another one. So it hasn't slowed down too much yet. Another trout. Looks like he's going to be undersized. Nice little trout. So yeah, that's where we're at. My hand is still wet from the last fish, so no qualms about that. And so we continue. The bite has been continuous. I don't know if you can pick it up in the water. Okay, and I just said if we go 10 casts without a fish, oh, he spit it. And we've got dolphin coming in behind us, so they know the fish are here too. Fish are still out there. We were contemplating moving, and I said if I don't get a hit in the next 10 casts, and sure enough, 3 casts in, I had another fish, which I lost. Another fish. This guy hit right. Oh, this is a little bit bigger one. I might be a Mac, so I'm gonna have to fight him.
Please take Mac. Please take Mac.
He hit it as soon as the bait hit the water. And he's pulling. So. Ooh, that's a... No, it's not a jack.
Is that a pompano?
That is a...
Is that a trout?
It looks like a very big trout. So you may want to get that net ready. It's a big trout. No, it's not a trout. Oh. Put him down. You know what that is?
No.
That is that,
Fish form. Is that triggerfish?
no, it could be a bluefish. That could be a bluefish.
Is it legal?
Yeah, they're supposed to not be the best eating, but I've never caught a bluefish before, but I'm pretty sure that's what he is. We'll look him up, but okay, so the species parade continues. It was a 19.5-inch bluefish, so we're getting everything here on the flats this morning, and we're using paddle tails exclusively now, and getting a much bigger fish overall. So let that guy go. Never eaten them. I never really caught one, to be honest with you. I've heard they're supposed to not be the best and maybe a little on the oily side, but you know, I've heard that about Spanish mackerel, and we love them. If you fillet those guys and you take out that bloodline, they taste, to me, they're right up there with trout or redfish. They're a tasty fish. So maybe we'll catch another bluefish and give him a try as well at dinner. But for now, retying, loop knot, because that guy frayed my line up a little bit. So, and this paddle tail I'm using is a Z-Man. I'm not sure if it's the beer run color they call it, but these are really tough baits. They don't rip very easily, and they catch fish. So we'll keep going. Okay, another fish. He hit right at the surface as the bait hit the water, kind of like that first bluefish did. We'll see what he is. Oh, he's a ladyfish. Yeah, he's a ladyfish. So, add that to our species list.